The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees UNHCR representative in Ethiopia, Encontre, has admitted that the humanitarian situation in northern Ethiopia's Tigray regional state has deteriorated rapidly since the armed conflict broke out in the state earlier in November. Encontre says with the deterioration of the humanitarian situation, Tigray's humanitarian aid operations are in trouble as the armed conflict has stopped the locals from focusing on the COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control, which has become another crisis for the state.
The electricity has been off. There has been a communications blackout practically everywhere in the region. And of course, banking services have stopped. Food supplies are very, very minimal if they haven't run out in the markets. But because of the general confusion and problems with the armed conflict, people can't move around as freely as they would like to. All the humanitarian workers are affected because there's no freedom of movement.
The Tigray People's Liberation Front, TPLF, which is in power in Tigray, is the core of the former ruling party in Ethiopia. The country's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed Ali established a new ruling party in December 2019, excluding the TPLF. The contradiction between the two parties has intensified since then. In the case of the opposition from Ethiopia's Electoral Commission, the TPLF held local elections postponed by the epidemic in September this year, which was identified as illegal elections by the Ethiopian government. On November 4th, after government's identification of the TPLF arms attack on the base of government forces in Tigray, the Prime Minister announced to launch a military operation against the TPLF. Meanwhile, government decided to implement a state of emergency in the state for a period of 6 months. According to data released by the UNHCR on Friday, about 96,000 refugees have poured into 4 local refugee camps since the conflict broke out in Tigray. Around 33,000 refugees have entered Sudan, Ethiopia's neighboring country, to seek asylum as well. Now facing the increasingly severe humanitarian situation in Tigray, the Ethiopian government stated that the rescue channel within the state will be opened as soon as possible, and the preparation of making refugees who fled to Sudan return to Ethiopia is undergoing so as to settle the refugees properly. Virginia Chilongo for Movie TV News.